kids are ready to hear from the father, there's no father to be found. I didn't think I'd get a lot of amens on that, so let me try it on this side. The worst case scenario in life is when your kids are in a position when it's their time to sit at the feet of the father and there's no father to be found. Brother, that's why I'm real careful with where, when I was at that stage, when I was footloose and fancy free, where my seed fell. I wish somebody would hear that. Because I'm going to jump to the end here at the beginning. You know, all of those bones that were in the valley of dry bones, you know what those bones represent? Sons that never had fathers.
Wow. Come on, sir. Say something.
So when we have to start prophesying to our lost sons, we have to remember the sons where we dropped seeds and we never went back to check up on them. So we're running from the city, we're running from drugs, we're running from guns, we're running. I would suspect that a large percent of those boys are young men who never had a father figure in their life. Even today, when I walk in the house, my wife will tell you, she'll say, honey, you got to talk to them kids today. Huh? Honey, you need to really talk to your son. He's got some issues today. Honey, will you please talk to your daughter? Can I say something, brothers? If you go back to the beginning of Adam, you will see that there was a man and a woman in the garden. That was by design. Because there are some children that when they come up, some are going to respond to the voice of the father differently than they will respond to the voice of a mother. There are some issues that my son should be able to talk to me, but because he's wired differently, come on, talk to me. Every child is different, right? That there's a moment in time where it's only the voice of my wife that will make him rise up and accept responsibility for who he is and where he needs to go. Conversely, you know how sometimes mothers need to talk to daughters about the feminine things of life? Every now and then I get my daughter in the car and I say, well, honey, let me talk to you about the other side of life. When young men come to you, how you should respond. How you should sit in the car and wait for them to open the door. Come on. I wish somebody would hear me. I'm old school, but I'm in the right school. Amen. So keep in mind, we're trying to create this image. And the image is of the father who's now sitting down with the sons. And right now, in our metropolitan era, we have far too many homes where there's no father to give the word. So mothers nurture, but it's time for fathers to give direction. Come on, somebody say it's time. Come on, somebody say it's time to man up. So look, here's the deal. So in my services and my talkings and my teachings, I really don't consider myself a motivational speaker as much as I do a motivational teacher. So I'm trying to teach you some things, right? So I know that a lot of us come from different backgrounds. Some from the north, some from the south, some come from